Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brett Hurt. I'm back on the Edison Suitcase Home motor, the 1900 version, and I'm going to show you how to get the gear train, the winding crank gear train off, and some details about the speed control yoke. What I've done off camera was I've taken the pin here that locks into the crank and the pin here that locks back in here, and I've loosened this nut.
Wait a minute. How did you took them where?
I took them out of this hole.
How?
So I had this, let's say we have, this is in here like that. Probably has a point on it. So I took my punch and I beat it down like this. Okay, so I'll just tap this in a little. So I beat it down. Then I took my smaller punch, which is a 1/16 inch punch, and I stuck it in here, and I went pop, and it pops out.
So they'll both pop out with a punch and a hammer.
Yeah, but you're going to need a 1/16 inch tip punch. I use Starrett because I do a lot of this work. You don't need an expensive punch, but you need the 1/16 inch punch. You can probably find some real small ones at Harbor Freight. So why am I taking it apart? Twofold reasons. The first thing to do is to take this nut off, which holds the ratchet paw, and off camera I used my crescent wrench and knocked it off.
Unscrewed it?
Unscrewed it, and I will take, these two pins are out. This comes out like that. And you can see the wear pattern. And now the ratchet paw comes off, and this has a special screw in it. But I'm taking it apart because right here on the ratchet paw, it's boogered up. I'll show you later how to file this down to a point.
Can you move your finger? So
it's been chewed up right here.
Okay.
It's real rough right here.
Yeah.
And it's rough down in here. I'll show you later on how to do that. Next, we're going to remove the speed control. We're going to unhook the spring like this. We will take off the screw. And these are delicate because what happens is I'm going to stick my 1/16 inch punch in here. We're going to give it a tap. And it comes out. And this comes out. This is the locking like bolt for the screw here, and then the on-off switch is right here.
So now you take that bolt out?
Mm-hmm. But what happens is when you tighten the screw down on the top, it crushes this, and sometimes it'll crush and it'll bend where the speed control comes on. It will bend down and the speed control will wobble in here. And sometimes in restorations, I have to come in and make a new one of these because these are made out of brass. Why I did this was this is tight. This should pivot around easily. And I never oil this part on a Home or Edison's because the oil comes down the shaft down here. Mm-hmm. And dirt gets in here and this gets all clogged up. So
when you say to oil all moving parts...
This isn't a moving part. This is not like in the gear train or anything. But this has to be floating because the governor, if this isn't loose and the governor flywheel comes back and touch it, it could be off like that and you're only hitting one part of it instead of the governor coming back and hitting both felts here. The felts are also held in with a brass pin. This is interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll show you how to clean that in the next video, what I have to do to this. This is a lot of fun, and that's my tip for the day.